What is going on, everybody? I hope you all are doing very well. Today, I am replacing the spark plugs on my 2014 Honda CRV. So, I'm a beginner, and I'm sure most of you are, because if you're watching a YouTube video about this, you're not a pro at doing it. So, the idea of this video is that it's a spark plug video for beginners in replacing this on your CRV, and kind of showing that, hey, even if you're new, and don't know really much about anything about cars, that you can do this as well. So things that I purchased for this and needed was a TEQ spark plug socket. Doesn't matter which brand you buy really, but just that it's 5/8 inch, and it'll say it right there, spark plug socket for you. So you know. I also purchased four, because I'm replacing all of them, Iridium NGKs. The Honda CRV, there's only certain ones that you can actually use, so you need to make sure that you buy the right ones. The actual item number is ILZK R78 or R7B, excuse me, dash 11S. And I've got the laser iridium ones. I also have some dielectric fluid that I'm going to put at the end. And then I have an extender. I think this is an 8-inch, but I purchased it when I replaced the spark plugs on my wife's old car. And then a socket wrench that you can use. And then, just to make things easier, because I have dropped screws down there before when I was replacing this battery once, I have 2 trays. So, I'm going to start with that. All right, so the first thing that you need to do is you have this handy dandy cover on here, and you need a 10 millimeter, and I already attached it, socket to remove these 4 screws. Should go down there pretty easily. Oh, I already loosened this one, that's why it's loose. And then put it down, and then you can just do that by hand. Once you get them loose, doesn't really matter where they go, but I always, for the sake of sanity, so I put this one, the bottom left, so bottom left. And then get my other one, top left. And it comes loose pretty easily. You don't really need to do a whole lot of effort. See how easy that is? And so I removed that. I'm going to take this and put it in the bottom right. And then socket wrench. This one I may have to get my extender for. Yep, see, you're not going to necessarily be able to get back there because you got this thing here. So, all right, and so I took my socket, put it in there. So that's shorter because it's a little long. All right, loosen that up. And then you can, if you want, just undo it with your hands. It's fine. Not gonna hurt anything or you. All right, so put that in the top left. All right, get under there, get with your socket. Ooh. All right, loosen it up. All right, that should do it. Let's stick your hands in there. And got it out. So again, my way, doesn't have to be your way. Top right. For all the way to the right. Ooh. And then remove the cover. First step. Cover is off, and then I put that and line it up so that I know where it goes to. All right, so the next step is you need to remove these bad boys. There's one, there's one, there's one, and there's one from the top of the car. All right, folks, and so the next step is you have to remove these screws in the cover right there. And so again, using your 10mm socket, get in there and loosen them up. That should do it. Put my socket up there. And then again, you can easily unscrew these with your fingers. You're gonna get your hands dirty, it's okay. All right, and then again, just how I do it, from left to right. So left, socket wrench again, in there, loosen, and again, I'm sure that there's an easier way, but not everybody is perfect. I am not a mechanic. I don't pretend to be. I don't know, honestly, like the first thing about cars. But what I do know is if you were to take this to a dealer, depending on, or a shop even, depending on where you go, they're going to try and milk you for like a couple $100, potentially. Let me move this beer. And that is absolutely ridiculous. I got the spark plugs. They were $21.99 each, and I had a coupon. There you go. There's a third one. I had a coupon for 10% off my entire purchase that a neighbor gave me. Very nice. And then the dielectric fluid was like $1.79, I think, or $2. And then the I did not have the 10 millimeter socket. I had the others. No, I had the spark plug socket, and that was, I think, $6.75 or something like that. There we go. That's 3. And again, if you're going to take this to a dealership or even a garage, wherever you take your car to get fixed, it's loose already, see? You're going to take it there, you're going to sit, you know how this is, and you're like, oh, I can't get you in until it's 10 days from now, and then you're going to go in there, and you're going to wait for an hour or 2, and then they're gonna say, oh, you need an entire new car because everything's broken, and we're really, really sorry, but we have some great cars. All right, next, you need to remove these. Put that on pause. So you need to unclip these. Relatively easy. It has a little button up there. Push down. Why is this? There we go. That one came undone. So the button you're pushing down is right there. There we go. You should hear it. I don't know if you heard that through my phone, but it kind of snaps and unseats. There we go. All right. So, as you can see, unsnapped all of those. All right, and the next step is we're going to carefully remove all of these. So give me 1 second. Okay, so we've unseated these. The next step is we're going to have to remove all of these, right? Which is where the spark plug's down there. And you want to keep in mind, you must make sure you remember which order, because it could give you a check engine. No, a check engine light if you don't put them back in the right order. So take that out. This is what it looks like. And then again, I just put them down here. on a little mat. So left, that's one. Comes off pretty easy. It's kind of just like, sounds like a little glove. Two. Oh, that one's a little tighter. Three. And the reason why I'm doing this is because, one, my car's over 100,000 miles, which is a great time to do it. And it's giving me a little bit of grief, not too much. So I figured that, when I say grief, I mean when I'm trying to accelerate, it doesn't go super well. And then see, you might want to brush that off if you got stuff in there. I have what looks to be a bug. That was a dead bug. And so you could clean this a little bit. Let's get some of that stuff off there. All right, now my first spark plug attached comes with that little piece there, which you'll just take off. Helps protect it. And then it doesn't matter which one you put it in, but I will go ahead and drop it in and start tightening. Again, pretty finely threaded, so gonna have to turn it quite a bit. All right, and do that for all four. All right, so got those reinstalled. And next step is to put the dielectric grease on the end. Again, dielectric connector protector, locks out heat, ideal for trailer plugs, eases future removal. So pay yourself back later. Just take a little bit, you don't need a ton. And then, and help prevent seizing, just a little bit there. And then on the outsides. That should be good. And then, again, this was number one. And then, again, line it up with that. And then you're gonna slowly start snapping it back in. But do the dielectric grease on your other ones. Makes it harder when you're filming. Here's number two. All right. Oh. On the side. I did bring out another Q-tip. Ooh, that's a lot. More than I need. I am righty and I'm filming lefty, so yeah. Film that around. Anyways, we're gonna do these for the last three, and then I'm gonna put them back in and we'll come back. Okay, so as you can see, I've got those seated back in, greased up. And then I go and get my screws to reinsert them. And again, you can get them in as much as they will get. Okay. And then you can use your socket wrench, which I will do. I'll make sure I put them back in the right order. This job has taken me about 35 minutes. Not too bad. Get that one in. Yeah, so anyways, 35 minutes. I don't know what they brown book charge you for that at the dealer, but it sure is more, than you doing it yourself. Again, I'm a beginner, so if I can do it, you can do it. Again, filming it is a little bit harder, so I'm gonna have to bring these videos together. Hopefully do that seamlessly for you as well. But it's not something you need like a whole bunch of special stuff for. It's stuff you can get at the auto parts store. And the funny thing is, people at the auto parts store really made me feel kind of silly. All right. That's going to take me a minute, but that's okay. So, socket wrench. Nope. And then put your 10mm socket back on. So you can righty-tighty. For a minute. Because it's easier. There we go. All right, so that's tight. And I will obviously tighten it back up because I can put the socket on without the wrench, but it's not so big. It's close. It is close. All right. Put that there. Sorry, folks. Again, try to film and do this sometimes. Oh, and I will be right back. Okay, next step is to reinstall the coil connectors, which you can do quite easily. You want to hear the click. Hopefully you heard that. Click. 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 And then make sure it is seated flush. And then the last step is to put this bad boy back on. So that it sits correctly, and then you're gonna screw them back in with the screws as such, and you will be done. And then you can give it a shot. And so we will try and start it here in a minute after I put those back on. All right, and now the moment of truth. Did I do it right? We will find out. There we go. Started right up. No check engine light on. Everything is kosher. And I will tell you what, that started up much better than I've had previously. It was really giving me some struggles. So Yeah, so go ahead. You can do it. Even if you're as cherry as me when it comes to taking care of cars. But if you would, I would appreciate if you would like the video. This is not something I normally do. Usually I do like slots and craps videos, and I'll try and get back to doing some of those. I haven't been doing them a lot lately. But anyways, but like the video, please subscribe. I'm trying to build my channel, and share. Thanks, and hope you enjoyed.